The storm hadn't stopped since the night in the library. For 3 days, rain lashed the city, lightning clawing the sky like some furious god. The Duskbane estate stood against it, windows rattling, chandeliers trembling, but inside its walls, Seraphina moved as if nothing could touch her. She told herself she didn't think of him, not of his smirk, not of his infuriating words, not of how close his lips had been to hers. She buried herself in business, in ledgers and contracts, in keeping her family's empire intact. But when the knock came, soft and desperate, near midnight, she knew. One of her guards stumbled into the drawing room, pale and frantic. "My Lady Vale is here." Seraphina froze. Vale. "Yes, my lady. He hit. He's hurt." Before she could stop herself, she was already running. The sight that met her in the marble foyer nearly stopped her heart. Lucien Vale, proud, smug, untouchable Lucien, stood slumped between two guards, blood streaking his shirt, rain dripping from his hair. His gray eyes were dim but alive, and when they locked on hers, the faintest curve of a grin touched his lips. "Evening, Seraphina," he rasped, his voice hoarse but still laced with insolence. "Miss me?" Her fury and fear collided at once. "You idiot." "Ah," he winced, as the guards shifted him forward. "That's almost concerned. Careful, you'll ruin your reputation." "Shut up," she snapped her fingers. "Bring him upstairs now." Minutes later, he was sprawled on her bed, shirt half torn, blood seeping through fabric. The wound cut across his ribs, deep but not mortal. Still, every time he shifted, crimson welled up and stained her sheets. Seraphina barked orders to her maids, but when they tried to take over, Lucien's hand shot up, catching her wrist with surprising strength. "Not them," he muttered, eyes half closed. "You," her breath caught. "You arrogant bastard. You think I'll play nursemaid?" His lips curved faintly, even through pain. "I think you already are." For a long moment, she wanted to walk away, to let him bleed and smirk his way into oblivion, but something in the way his fingers trembled against her wrists stopped her. Damn him. With a furious sigh, she shoved the maids away. "Fine. Leave us." When they were alone, she tore the rest of his shirt open, ignoring his hiss of pain. Her hands worked quickly, cleaning the wound with alcohol, pressing cloth against it. He cursed under his breath, knuckles white against the sheets. "Hold still," she ordered. "Hard too, when you're stabbing me with fire," he muttered. She shot him a glare. "You'd rather rot." "Depends. Do I get your company if I do?" Her hand pressed harder against his wound, making him flinch. "Insufferable," she growled. But beneath the fury, her heart was pounding. He looked different like this. Less a serpent, more a man. Pale, vulnerable, chest heaving with shallow breaths. For the first time, Lucien Vale seemed breakable, and that terrified her. "Who did this?" she asked quietly. He smirked, though the effort cost him. "Wouldn't you like to know?" "I wouldn't be asking if I didn't." "An old rival? Thought they could get rid of me. Turns out, I'm harder to kill than most." She tied the bandage tighter, forcing him to grunt. "Reckless fool." His gaze caught hers then, sharp even through the pain. "And yet you care." Her hands froze. The words hung in the air, heavy and undeniable. She tried to pull away, but his hand caught hers again, weaker this time, trembling but insistent. "You care, Seraphina," he whispered, his storm gray eyes searching her amber ones. "Admit it." Her throat tightened. For one dangerous moment, she couldn't breathe, couldn't think. Then she tore her hand free, standing quickly, her cloak swirling. "You mistake necessity for compassion. I only saved you because I don't like debts hanging over me." Lucien's grin was faint, delirious. "Lie better, darling. Sleep," she snapped, turning toward the door. But as she reached for the handle, his voice came again, soft, low, a whisper that burrowed under her skin. "You'll never get me out of your head now." She paused. For one heartbeat, she hated him more than she had ever hated anyone. And for one heartbeat, she knew he was right. She left without another word, slamming the door behind her. But long after, as thunder shook the estate and rain clawed the windows, Seraphina Duskbane lay awake in her own chambers, her fingers still burning with the memory of his touch. And in the darkness, she whispered to herself the truth she would never say aloud. He was breaking through, and she could not stop him.